Uh, Golesh came over here, graduated from Ohio State, spent time as a student assistant at Ohio State. He really cut his teeth as a D-line coach in high school, as a high school D-line coach. He worked at Oklahoma State and Northern Illinois as a GA on the defensive side of the ball. His first 4 year in the big-time D1 was at Toledo. He was at Toledo for, I think, about 3 years. He was a running back coach, tight end coach, and recruiting coordinator. And back-to-back years as a recruiting coordinator, he manifested the #1 recruiting class in the MAC for 2 years in a row.
Oh, wow.
I talked about recruiting for Summer Raw, and I didn't know if he could do it. This man at Toledo, where he was #1 recruiting classes 2 years in a row. Boom, he goes to Illinois, where he worked with Tim Beckman at Toledo. Tim Beckman took him to Illinois with him. He was at Illinois for, I think, about 4 seasons. He was a tight end coach, running back coach, special teams coordinator, recruiting coordinator. Did a good job at Illinois. That manifested itself into Matt Campbell, who he worked with at Toledo, calling him to Iowa State. We all know under Matt Campbell, Iowa State has been a pretty good program. At his time at Iowa State, he was the tight ends coach and recruiting coordinator. The year before he got to Iowa State, the tight ends caught a combined 5 passes as a whole group.
Wow.
They caught 5 passes. Before he left, he had an all Big 12 tight end 3 years in a row. 1 year, he had the first team and second team all-conference tight end in the Big 12. When he turned Iowa State into the 11th best offense in the nation, second in the Big 12. Iowa State was cooking with gas. Charlie Kohler, who's in the NFL now. Chase Allen, who's in the NFL now. Set records for tight ends, most yards, most touchdowns, all that for tight ends in Iowa State history. So, #1 recruiting class at Toledo. Running backs and tight ends at Illinois. Tight end recruiting coordinator at Iowa State. I talked about their recruit. He's recruiting coordinator at every stop. So now we get to Central Florida. 2020, despite COVID, he was the offensive coordinator and once again, tight ends coach. Under our guy, Alex Golesh, first year at Central Florida, second in the nation in offense, 4th in the nation in passing yards per game, 7th in the nation in passing yards, 8th in the nation in scoring. Dylan Gabriel, who we all know, transferred his success under Golesh at Central Florida and followed up Bo at Auburn. Under Alex, he was 3,500 yards, 32 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So Heupel, who was at Central Florida, goes to Tennessee. Who does he bring with him? Our man, Alex Golesh. Alex goes to Tennessee. If I'm not mistaken, Tennessee went from 108 in scoring the year before Alex was the offensive coordinator. They went from 108 to 7th. Man jumped 101 spots in one season. His first season at Tennessee, they broke 8 single-season records. Most points, most first downs, most rushing first down, fewest interceptions, best pass efficiency in school history, and went from 108th to 7th in scoring. In 2022, they had the best offense in school history ever. Hooker, Hendon the Hyde. Jalen Hyde Jalen Hyde won the Biletnikoff.
I remember that.
Hendon Hooker looked like a Heisman Trophy finalist and was, if I'm not mistaken, a second or third round pick in the NFL draft.
Yeah, he got hurt at near the end of the
got hurt at
season.
the end of the season, and when I think he still went the second round, he had tore his knee up.
Yeah.
Tennessee averaged 46 points per game. Number one offense in the nation.
I remember them destroying Alabama.
Okay.
Destroying Alabama defense.
They Rocky Top rocks.
Yeah. They destroyed their defense that
up
day.
there. Yeah. Man, come on, man. Everywhere he go, he improves the recruiting and the offense immediately. It don't take him a couple of years. He changes life immediately. Toledo, Iowa State, Toledo to Illinois. He jumps up. It's like he moves up. He moves up the ladder everywhere. He goes to Toledo, he moves up to Illinois. He moves from Illinois, goes to Iowa State. Iowa State was a little better than Illinois at the time. Right now, Illinois is a little better because of Brett Bielema. But at that time, Matt Campbell and Iowa State was a better program than Illinois. He leaves Iowa State, goes to Central Florida, changes life there. Then he takes another step up, goes to Tennessee, comes to the SEC. Now, look where he's been. He's been in Toledo, Ohio. He was at Ohio State, Northern Illinois, Toledo, that Midwest, Illinois, Iowa State. He's in the Midwest. Cut his teeth there. He know what he can. He's got familiarity there. Then he comes down to Central Florida. He comes to SEC country in Tennessee and makes his name and leaves his footprint on the Tennessee Vols with that beer and shoot offense. Then he takes over a program in South Florida, gets his own gig. They were 1-11 before he got there.
Ooh.
Had won, I think, 4 games in the 2 or 3 years before he got there. First year, 76. They beat Syracuse 45-0 in the bowl game. Booyah, winning season, bowl win. Next year comes back, 76 again. Had a shootout in the Hawaii Bowl with San Jose State. First coach in South Florida history to go to bowl games and win bowl games in back-to-back seasons. He was 5th in yards per game last year, 4th in scoring, 42 points per game, 497 yards. So now he comes back, 3rd year. What are you going to do? Now he goes 9-3 at South Florida. They beat, at the time, a ranked Boise State team.
Mm-hmm.
They went into the swamp and beat a ranked Florida team, which Florida State couldn't do. We just went to the swamp and got mollywopped by an unranked Florida team who ain't even got a damn coach. We need to be Florida State need to be looking for a coach, but they can't afford one right now, so they had to bring him back. They cut our food stamps off down there or something. We couldn't. They cut the food stamps off in Tallahassee. They ain't getting no food stamps, no child support or nothing down there. We need a GoFundMe get to find a coach.
Oh,
but that's neither here nor there. Most important position on the field, quarterback. Saw what he did with Hendon Hooker. Saw the success he's had with tight end. Byron Brown, 3,158 yards passing, 28 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. I mentioned that earlier. Remember at Tennessee, he set the record for fewest interceptions in a season ever. Hendon Hooker didn't turn the ball over at Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Neither the Alex Golesh offenses don't turn the ball over. Tennessee also set a record for the highest efficiency offense in single season, most efficient offense in single season history at Tennessee his first year there, and then followed it up with the best season of offense it has ever had in Tennessee history.
Yeah.
But not back to Byron Brown. Not only did he have over 3,000 yards passing, which was the second 3,000-yard passer in South Florida history. The first was Dylan Gabriel. Well, only the second. The first, Byron Brown had the second 3,000-yard passing season at South Florida. The first one was Golesh's first year. He also had 1,000 yards rushing with 14 touchdowns. Why is that impressive? Because we have 2 quarterbacks on the roster that can go for 3,000 yards and 1,000 yards rush.
Mm-hmm.
We have two capable quarterbacks of making that happen. Ashton Daniels, who put on a well of performance yesterday, and Deuce Knight, who has all the potential and all the talent in the world oozing and dripping off of it. To put those two in the offense of Alex Golesh with Cam Coleman, with Eric Singleton, with Malcolm Simmons, with Bryce Kane, with Sam Turner, with Perry Thompson, Hollis Davidson. Man, tough-minded coach. The man come from Russia. Ain't nothing nice and sweet about Russia.
Mm-mm.
He ain't never met a nice, cool Galishnikov.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Boris Bukov, Nikolai Volkov.
For all you wrestling fans out there.
You know what I'm saying? The Russian
Rusev.
Koloff.
Rusev.
Ivan Koloff.
Yeah.
You ain't never met a nice Russian in your life.
Right. Mm-mm.
What's Trump homeboy name?
Vladimir Putin.
Putin, you ain't never met a nice Russian in your life. They mean, they angry, they upset because it's cold as hell over there. Everybody pale, ain't nobody got a tan, everybody look like milk. Everybody look like frozen chicken in the year. Everybody over there in Russia pale look like frozen chicken in the pack. He tough-minded. He cut his teeth on defense. Then look at the position coach that he was. He was a running backs coach. He was a tight end coach. Physical, point of attack.
Yeah. Tough guys.
Position.
Yeah.
Then he can recruit. Then he goes from just a running back tight end coach to he opened that veer and shoot offense up with them wide receivers are all split out there by the numbers in the sideline. He spreads out and run that thing right at you and to get his quarterback involved. Man, look, sometimes the Lord give you what you're looking for one thing, but the Lord gonna give you what you need.
Yep, sure will.
You want to make the Lord laugh, you tell him what you got planned. We were looking at DJ Durgan and Summerall talking about James Franklin and Lane Kiffin, and the whole time what we needed was right down there in town.
Yeah.
We just secured, like I said, we could have just hired a legend in the making. The boy is 41 years old.
Yeah.
Maybe 42.
He 41.
He's a little older than Courtney. He's a little younger than me. In 10 years, he can be 50 in his 50s
still
be one of the youngest head coaches in the game. Because Dabo in his 50s right now.
Yeah.
And look at Dabo. Dabo got pretty life left. Nick Saban
Lane Kiffin,
retired.
I think, just turned 50.
That's what I'm saying. Lane just hit his 50s.
Yeah.
Now think about this. In 20 years, he'll be in 20 years, you know. I saw a man go there in Tuscaloosa and win 6 in damn near 20 years.
Yeah.
So I know what a 20-year run can look like. Not saying he's about to be Nick Saban, because that was just a perfect matchup. You know, a legendary coach with a legendary program. When no NIL involved, they was paying under the table. They were giving out charges and challenges when nobody else really would. They was paying when nobody really wanted to play like that. Now it's all above board. They talking about LSU giving Lane $25 million a year to get a roster together. That's okay, because on the victory, ain't lacking for no funds.
No.
We ain't lacking for no funds.
Oh no.
You better ask them boys on the plane. Them NIL deals be looking sweet.
Cam Coleman just got a Nike NIL deal.
Him and Eric Singleton both signed with Nike. But Cam out there all on the website.
Yeah.
Deuce just signed some NIL deal with a couple of RV companies.
Yeah.
You gonna get paid on the plane. Don't even worry about that. We ain't tripping on that. Now Lane gonna be down there tricking off with them $25 million a year. I understand that. But what you gonna do with it? This man right here has grinded from the boy, like Drake said. Started from the bottom.
Now we here.
Don't get much more bottom than coming from Russia and having to be a high school D-line coach, and then a student assistant, a grad assistant, a running back coach. Then you get promoted to tight end and recruiting coordinator. Then you're doing the tight end and running backs and special teams. This man has had his hand involved on every aspect of the game. Especially, he's been a special teams coordinator. He's been a running back coach, been a tight end coach. He coached on the defensive side of the ball. He's been an OC. He's been a head coach, 23-15 in 3 years, 2-0 in bowl games. I don't think he's gonna coach the bowl game. That's over with. I think I can say he could go 3-0, but if rather he coached the bowl game or come on here, first of all, he already paying dividend. We just got a quarterback from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I heard that the recruit that was there today was very high on him. The quarterback recruit.
Boy, he talked to Alex, whispered in his ear, speaking a little Russian. He might pull that pistol on and play a little.
Not speaking the Russian in his ear.
Speak a little that Russian with him. He might say, we got the Russian mafia, Russian mob behind us, man.
Oh my God.
Trump ain't the only one got Russian mob ties now. We with the mob, baby. Hey, we with the Russian mob, baby. That boy whispered in that quarterback ear. Hey, that boy was excited. We already picked up a sign. He's already paying dividends. He only been on the job. He didn't been on the job 24 hours. He already paying dividends. So everybody. Hey, we got Deuce, Ashton Daniels. Now we got this young boy in the wings. It's already setting up for success. And ain't nothing. And this, I know. I said it every week. I was worried about keeping the team intact, keeping the roster retention. I know we got the money for it, but now we got the coach. The boys on offense, they ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
The boys on offense ain't going nowhere. Because they saw what Tennessee was doing a couple of years ago. They seen what South Florida looked like down there. They know what he finna bring to the table because he gonna tell them. If you don't want to buy into what this young man is selling, you'll need to be at Auburn no way.
Yeah.